Good morning. Ciao ragazzi. My name is Anthony. It is 7:55 a.m. in Sydney. Daylight savings pushed this game back by 1 hour. So this is hella easy now. That 1 hour of sleep makes a big difference, or that 1 hour extra makes a big difference. So that game, this is going to be a really good live stream. I'm not going to talk too much. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to respond to a lot of comments in this stream, considering the concerns that we have around this side at the moment, because at the moment we can't seem to play football in the first half. Just so I can get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way, obviously Sassuolo 1-2. We have got another 3 points, and man, I remember winning ugly under Conte and Spalletti, and I'd still be so happy. You know, you'd still get a lot of energy and positivity, but we're seeing some shortcomings here at the moment. There are 39 people here. What a great start to the morning. You need to like the video. You need to share the video. You need to subscribe to Football Worldwide. You need to subscribe to this channel. You need to like our new Twitter. Sorry for making you work so hard, whatever time it is in the world and where you are. What is going on with the first 45 minutes of our season? I'm waking up really early. You can see the lack of sleep, but I'm struggling to see Inter take the front foot. We took it against Atalanta, was nice. We took it in the first 5 minutes today. We took it in the first 3 or 4 minutes against Fiorentina. Then it just goes tits up for the rest of the first half. We look like we could concede 3 or 4. Our best players turn into our worst players. Have you ever seen Bastoni, De Vrij, and Skriniar have such a bad game? You ever seen Bastoni play this bad? You ever seen De Vrij misplace that many straight passes? Skriniar's penalty that he gave away, not the best challenge, although let's get it straight. As my boy Sharma would say, Prime Ronaldinho, a.k.a. Borga, came to play against Inter again. Barella supremely at fault for the first penalty for giving that ball away. We should have conceded more. Handanovic, on a bad day and on a worse referee, might have gotten sent off. Guys, we shouldn't have got 3 points today. I'm calling this as a very fortunate 3 points. To the 39 people here, like the video. Let's go over to some comments, because it's going to be very orientated around what you guys are saying. I ain't really got shit to do on this Sunday, so as long as you guys keep this chat pumping, as long as you guys keep this video definitely above the 20-25 viewers, we're moving. All right, let's go. Franco, ciao. It's good to hear from you, man. Very bad hour of play. Amazing reaction from the bench. However, against bigger teams and in the UCL, we can't keep playing like this. It's not going to happen. We didn't score against Shakhtar. We didn't score against Real Madrid. Well said, man. Limone seems to have his second half under wraps in Serie A, but that's where it's going to end. What a game. Good comeback from our Don Semer. He's a very optimistic, positive Inter fan. You know, I see eye to eye with him. I see eye to eye with him very rarely. But it's always good to have those optimistic fans that are always still pushing on, because today it looked bleak, really bleak. John, another very optimistic fan that I know, probably more optimistic than most. Never in doubt, if you've watched into this season, there is just something that's calming. Our mentality has changed. I would say it has shifted to slightly more a lack of focus. I would say that the players are scared of making errors for their teammates, but they don't necessarily fear the backlash it would cause from the manager. I do think that we have changed our mentality, and I actually don't think it's stronger, John. But yeah, we're only 6-7 games into the season, and I think it's only going to get tougher. We've got tough fixtures coming up. Akil with his Dzeko propaganda coming in strong, but how can you not like it? Eden Dzeko scoring goals for fun, making sure he links up the attack really well. And, you know, he didn't play as many minutes as some players today, but he's probably going to get my man of the match, just for the simple fact that without him, there is no victory today. So well done, and well done to the 45 people that are watching Inter Worldwide this morning. Vikram is in, won't be able to join the live, but throwing in a Forza Inter Worldwide. Thank you, my brother. Very nice of you. Very nice of Reza of Orien to come over straight from the Uncle Sharma channel. 4 subs made an instant impact. Legit Dzeko went to their goal and scored in 10 seconds. Yeah, 100%, man. And that Perisic link up with Dzeko, like they're mates off the pitch. They like each other on the pitch. Perisic was all right today, man. I actually thought Perisic was one of our better players. You know, he didn't do as much as he'd want him to do, but in the context of everybody being, you know, quite merda, to be honest, I think Perisic was one of the better players. But we'll get to some of these player ratings a little bit later on. Yeah, thanks for giving the fans this outlet. Oh, no, bro, thank you. Thank your damn self for coming through. Without you guys, we ain't got nothing here. Whoa, that's a lot of comments. Sorry, guys, I just went all the way to the bottom. I don't know what to take away from this game in terms of confidence for our tough run coming up. Do you guys think the performance bodes well for us? I think, you know, We don't like international breaks here, bruv. This international break could not have come at a better time for Inter. I am so happy this team does not need to take the pitch again before the international break. We should all be very, very thankful that this team is not taking the pitch before another international break, unless I'm mistaken. But I'm like 99% sure that we're going on international duty next weekend. Italy has to play Spain in the Nations League semi-final, I'm pretty sure, which the squad was released, I think, about 30 to 40 hours ago. We had a few people in there. Obviously, your regular Bastoni and Barella was in there. I don't think Sensi made the squad, obviously, because he was injured. But, that's a conversation for another video. Now, what up to my brother Jono? Benjamin's here, as usual. What's going on, man? What's going on to Chandra? Yeah, Inter were lucky to get the W. I think so. Musti is here. What's going on, bro? Marvel Lawson always back. The ref today, I don't think it was too bad, bro. Julian, Serie A referees are quite possibly the worst in Europe because you'll never see a league where the rules are more open for interpretation than they are in Serie A. Ref to ref, official to official, VAR to VAR, back and forth, back and forth. So in my opinion, I think today the referee's decision to A, not call the foul on Handanovic, B, even if it wasn't a foul, B, goes to VAR. VAR barely gets involved. He blows for halftime and walks off the pitch. We have seen worse than that, man. I feared the worst when that happened because it was clumsy all round. The game should have been done in the first 45 minutes. Concerning in defense, yes, from the best defense in the league to the to a shaky defense, it has to come down to management in that sense there. But I'm not going to throw too much shade on Inzaghi because once again, boys, he turned it around. He turned it around, and credit needs to be given where credit needs to be given. The same way Handanovic today, bar making that run out, he had a good game. He made some great saves. Handanovic made some great saves today. Make subs at the first minute, easy win. Future Hendricks always coming in with the banter from the Sharma channel as well. So I'm just really curious now because Correa was it must have been a good 25 minutes before I even noticed Correa was on the pitch. But yeah, Eden Dzeko, a beast. This is how champs win. I would like to think that way, but for me, it just looks shaky. It looks like I'm hoping that if we can improve and get better, we might be looking back at this point of our season going, that was the worst it got. Remember last season, ragazzi, we were looking back in November going, things are looking bad. Things are looking bad under Conte. It's November. We're out of the Champions. Sorry, not that. We were looking like we're going out of the Champions League. We eventually did get knocked out of the Champions League. And yeah, people were fearing the worst. But then we looked back at that at the end of the season, and that was the worst spell that we had. There are 58 people here right now. Like the video no matter what platform you are on. I see everybody on Facebook as well. Thank you so much, and share this video around as well. It would really be a favor to me. Benjamin Neal representing strong always. Morning, bro. Another 3 points from home. Can't complain. Well said. Lucky for those subs. Dzeko doing the good, and Vidal did good. Vidal was fantastic off the bench today. He's probably our most impactful player off the bench this season, and Vidal for 20, 25 minutes is exactly what you want, and I'm so happy. Keep paying him his salary just to do that this season, to be honest, and then look for another club next season. I think so. Be on the ropes first half and then deliver KO in the second half, 100%. What's going on, Smiley? Good to see you G'd up, man. As long as you're G'd up, I'm happy. Guys, as I always say on this channel and the Uncle Sharma channel, nothing makes me happier than our fans when we're happy, because we deserve it. We go through a lot of shit. You win the title, you get ragged on, and all this stuff happens. So you deserve to be happy. So you make sure you take this happiness and run with it today in all other avenues of your life. Family, friends, work, whatever it is that you're doing. Correa and Lauti can't play together. I would say still remains to be seen. Still early days. Correa looking shaky, but looking like he just needs time to adapt. You score 2 goals on debut. You can only really go down from there until you regather yourself. This is how champs win. Second person to say that, man. So, eventually I'm going to have to think about this later on during the day. And when the dust wears off, I might start thinking, you know what? This is the way champs win. I'm a very reactory fan. Everybody knows that the same way we all are here. Well, most of us are anyway. They were exhausting. That made their performance not good enough. These, the teams this season are throwing the kitchen sink at Inter straight away. Fiorentina, Atalanta, Sassuolo, our last 3 games in Serie A, our teams have looked to kill us in the first 20, 25 minutes. It's worked more than it hasn't now, so I'm worried Limone is going to take that mentality and take that tactical approach throughout the whole campaign. Let's keep going through these comments. Freddie Boss, what's going on, my G? Goes, that was so bad. It was not good to watch, man. Not good. We lose 2 chances and the rest of the team mentally shuts down. Yeah. When we start misplacing passes, easy passes, and we start throwing our arms up, it gets a little frustrating. Barella had his worst match ever. Language Tours says, I don't know if it was his worst match ever, but it was bad because Barella has put in some stinky performances in the last 3 to 4 months. But then again, he's put in some performances this season that have got people talking about how he's leveled up from last season. So, I guess like we've all kept saying on this channel and everywhere else, he does need rest. He does need rest, man. You got to rotate your players a bit more. But who's going to fill that hole when you don't have a fully fit Vidal to take that position as well? Vidal's not going to clock those minutes. Barella is an irreplaceable player, and that can sometimes be a bittersweet thing, bit of a double-edged sword. Patriot Diano, what's going on, man? Not pretty at all. No, it was not. I think they are exhausted. Euros busy plus schedule. Yeah, and a lot of people will say that, that goes for all teams. Not really. It goes for teams that have a lot of players that have to play European football. Remember, there are a lot of players that play for Sassuolo that would not have played European football during the week. So, yeah, unless I'm mistaken. Are Sassuolo playing Conference League? They're not playing Europa. They can't be playing Conference League. No, I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it unless I've completely missed something there. Anonymous user says, Conte had an error margin at the start of the last season. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Inzaghi's going through that, but he needs to come up with something quick. We can't afford to waste points now. Very, very well said, bro. Word for word, very well said. You overcome this hump now so you can go through November, December, January, which is arguably, in most people's opinion, the toughest period of the season. End of November to maybe the start of Feb, you're probably looking at your worst period of the season. If you can go in there confidently, you usually end up coming out of it well. A lot of the time, under previous managers before Conte, would go into that period with very few wins, and then it would carry on into that period where picking up a win literally felt like getting a gold mine on a poker machine, man. It was bad. I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. Future Hendricks back again. We suck against pressure and we become good only when our rivals get tired. It's very hard to argue with that, bro. I would say that is the most obvious point of all. Yep. Barella needs rest ASAP. Yeah, he's about to go on international duty as well. Fun days, and we know he'll be starting. It's always like this lately. Yeah, I want to be happier. I'll be much happier as the day goes on. It's just that we all saw what we just saw. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we play champagne football, even when we were playing well. Even when we were playing well in the second half. And our version of playing well in the second half was absorbing a very tired Sassuolo's pressure, in my opinion. Yeah, Gerald said it well. Thank God they subbed prime Ronaldinho off in the second half. Jeremy Boga, how good does he look against us? I watch him against other sides and he does look good, but we just give teams so much space on the break. And Borga at 100% health, stealth, and fitness at the start of the game, my goodness, I would not be opposed to him coming to Inter at all, to be honest. Lucky Hunter didn't get sent off yet in a different stadium, with a different referee. We just might have. And he made some great subs. King Darian, thanks for joining us again today. He made some incredible saves today as well, bro. So well done. Am I liking the 4 at the back switch? Inzaghi has been employing it every game. He has been employing a 4 at the back switch every game. Transition-wise, we do pretty well. I was talking, I think it was with Mo and Bruno and Christian in the match preview. We don't concede goals on the counter. We concede goals because we have lapses in concentration and we make errors. So the 4 at the back switch is not a problem for me. Our transitional defense is not really a problem for me. Where it really went wrong today was our ability to take the front foot. And like our defenders on the offensive end in the build-up play were really shocking today. Really, really shocking today. In terms of keeping Sassuolo out, we weren't awful. We were not awful. But in terms of playing on the transition, today was the day where we should have conceded that goal. We spoke about how we hadn't conceded one all season. We should have conceded 2 or 3 on the counter today. I'm really, really surprised that we didn't. Freddie Boss says Shakhtar and Sassuolo absolutely dominated us against more clinical teams. We'll be down 3-0 fast. Something needs to change quickly. Simone's got an international break now to really do some homework. He's done very well to get the 3 points today in the second half. I really wish we hung out for the 3 points against Atalanta, but maybe it's for the best because if we were sitting here today with as many points as Napoli or Milan, I swear to God, it might just be papering over the cracks a little bit. I know I'm pessimistic. Like we just got 3 points away at Sassuolo today. That's a tough stadium. BC, before Conte, we were never getting points in this stadium, ever. But we got them today. So don't think I'm forgetting that. It's just, I need to call a spade a spade. I really, really do. All right, these comments are going well. Keep them coming, guys. 47 people here in the live. Make sure you smash a like on the video, share it around, share it to all the platforms that you've got. Why do interplayers start to let us down? But when they come on as a sub, they come through. Oh, that's just basic. That's just basic fitness, man. Like, players are always going to look better when they get substituted in. If DiMarco starts the game, Perisic is going to look like a world beater for 30 minutes. When Perisic starts, DiMarco always looks better when he comes on. Maybe not as good as Perisic, but he looks better than if he was to start. Same with our midfielders. If you start Vidal, I guarantee you he's probably on a yellow card by minute 30. He's already gassing by minute 50, minute 55. Like, this is why we need the rotation that we have. We really, really do. And I dare say, when I look at our squad, we've got plenty of rotation, plenty of depth, and we still need more. We still bloody need more. If anyone disagrees, please drop it in. I'm all about the different opinions today. And I'm catching up on the comments. I think I'm about a third of the way through them now. Well done, guys. Well done. Keep them coming in. De Vrij, Barella, and Bastoni getting overused in the international break. Yep. Van Gaal absolutely loves De Vrij as well. He's going to keep starting over De Ligt as well. Ahmed, good to see you here, bro. Really good to see you here as usual. Thumbs up for Inter, the players, and the manager and Inter Worldwide. Thank you very much. Best performance for Samir since 2019. No, he was really good today, but he was even better a couple of games ago, man. So I'll always say when he does well, but we need to replace him. The ref allowed the players to play today. He wasn't calling soft fouls. That's definitely something that I noticed as well, man. And our penalty that we gave away was a penalty. Skriniar completely blocks his path. Borga doing what any good winger would do. It's like a Raheem Sterling textbook move right there. Vinicius Jr. textbook move right there. Straight in between. If there was another defender there, he probably would have squeezed in between De Vrij or Bastoni as well. Jeremy Borga had a fantastic fixture today. Hard fought from the guys. Forza Inter. Forza, big up yourself. Thanks for coming in. Played Atalanta at home, Shakhtar away, and Sassuolo away. That's not an easy set of games. Thank you very much. Optimistic John, always coming in with some logic. Sharma's not on today, man. He only did like a 5-minute reaction, Julian, on his channel because he's busy this Arvo, man. So big up Sharma and his channel. If you're not liking and subscribing his stuff, go over there for a much better version of what you see here. Couldn't watch the full game, just watch the first half. How was the creating phase? Yeah, you watched the wrong half, man. Don't go back and watch the first half, but definitely watch the second half, bro. We put the ball in the back of the net 3 times, one of them offside. It wasn't that far off, but man, Dzeko probably should have and could have stayed offside. But no point bagging out Dzeko because, spoiler alert, he's probably going to get my man of the match. Our players look fatigued. They'll come in worse shape after this international break, unfortunately. Real talk, facts. Hopefully other teams' players come out just as fatigued, man. Some bad sloppy passing in the back. We play well out from the back, but only when teams give us space. Yep, fair enough. Indro says we lose the ball too easily in midfield and create one-on-one. Yep, overcommit forward. Our transitionals are not going well at the moment the last few games. I'm very surprised we haven't conceded goals on the counter. Really surprised. And I'm worried because if we start to concede goals on the counter, we're going to keep conceding goals when we lack focus as well. We can't keep conceding more goals. The goals conceded is becoming a little bit of a problem, guys. Like, I don't want to be conceding any more goals this season. Love that shirt. Dzeko is the goal. It's not too bad, man. It's not too bad, especially with the patch in the middle of the chest. The number of missed passes is very high in almost every game. It's sickening in this point. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, man. Fan page, Hakan has to go to the bench. Hakan was awful today. Awful. Forza Inter, Forza Messi, the king. Vidal came in with bite, a proven winner, always does, bro. Vidal off the bench is like a little bit of a hack, man. I absolutely love it. Cesare, what's going on? No, not a good match. The only good thing is the 3 points. Yeah, fair enough. So make sure you run that. Todd, what's going on, Todd? If it isn't, Todd. Thoughts on the winning penalty? Well, it's a penalty, that's for sure. If you're going to give any penalty in Serie A these days, you have to give that one as well. That's a penalty, man. And when he did point, I didn't even watch Lautaro take it, man. I got up and walked to the kitchen and started making one of these ones because honestly, bro, watching that penalty from DiMarco last time, I really, really didn't enjoy it. But heard the cheer as soon as it went in, gave a little fist pump, Todd, and I'm sure you did too. You optimistic, absolute worrywart, you, man. You guys think I'm pessimistic? Todd's in my club of pessimism, man. That's for sure. Hakan really that ineffective. He's got to bring more. Vidal brings passion like he always does. Vidal can still be impactful at Serie A. UCL so far. He can do. He's yet to do the same. Yeah, let's just keep giving Vidal the credit that he needs off the bench. We know what his role is this season. It looks like he's more than happy to play that role this season. It's always a pain when you've got players who think they should be getting more minutes than they're not. We don't seem to have that problem. Which is a nice little luxury to have because that's an extra problem in your team that you don't want to have. Well done. Still Dabble, big up on Twitch. I see you. Guys, if you have a Twitch account, please go and like and subscribe to Inter Worldwide and Football Worldwide on Twitch. If you don't, then go and make one. Yep, I said that. We're trying to get some bit of a following going on there. As long as Dzeko is healthy, he can't be on the bench. That's very well said as well, but he needs rest. Bro. We can't keep starting this guy. He's going to burn out. Bruno said in the match preview, Satriano needs minutes. He said he should start. I did not think he should start. No, I don't think Satriano should be starting, but he might need to get some minutes, or Alexis a little bit more. Benjamin says exactly, Anthony. The teams came out on fire versus Inter in the first half. Yeah, teams like to come out against us hard, man. They're going to throw the sink at us all season, trying to catch us off guard, and then sit back because they know that we'll struggle to break them down. But you know, today in that little quick move with Perisic and that Dzeko, that cross was fantastic. The way Dzeko put it in, it was just stupidly easy. I'm not going to lie. When it came in, I thought he was going to miss. Did anybody else think he was going to miss? I thought he was going to miss. But our standard is so high, but he's still trying to create. Yeah, he does try to do a lot, man. But something that was going on today, when we got the ball in the box, no one wanted to pull the trigger and shoot. Barella more than anybody else. Barella was guilty of missing about 3 different opportunities where he probably should have put boot to ball for goal. Brozovic twice, Vidal once. Like, I was sitting there going, like, lads, shoot the ball. It's Serie A. At the very least, you're going to get a corner, maybe even a handball. Shoot the ball from that far out all the time. Much love. The teams always step up. What's going on, Nicky, bro? Good to see you. The teams always step up a gear against us. Anyways, love Barella, but too many times loses the ball and jogs back. Not what a future captain should do. I would agree. Now, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking, what reason would we have for giving Barella the captaincy instead of Skriniar? And the only thing I could come up with, Nikki, and everyone listening, is that we really want Barella at the club for like 10 more years, 10 to 12 years. We want him to stay there for life. We want this guy to be a lifetime member of Inter. We want to ward off all interest, and we want him being an Inter fan. We want him to make sure that he has it in his head the same way Javier did, that he's not going anywhere. This is your club for life. If that's the case, I'm okay with giving him the armband to take that gamble, but still, Skriniar is the real captain and leader and heir to Handanovic. And for me, De Vrij slipping a little this season form-wise, and he's not getting any younger. Let me know if I'm going a little far with this comment, but if offers of like 50 to 60 million at the end of the season come for De Vrij, let's be more realistic, 40 to 50 come for De Vrij, is it the worst thing in the world to sell him, seeing as though he's approaching 30? Let me know in the comments, because I don't want to see Barella, Bastoni, and Skriniar go. They're the 3 untouchables for me. I'm inclined to want Lautaro Martinez to not force a move, but if Lautaro has a banger season this season and someone comes along with 80 plus million, let's just say it's not the end of the world if that's the way we're going to cash in, yeah? No Europe for Sassuolo. Thanks for picking that up before, man. There's a lot of comments that I haven't gotten to yet, so I'm going to do my best to try and get to most of them before I clock off, but there's still 50 people here, and there is no way I'm going to dog out 50 people. No way. So make sure you like the video, subscribe if you are new. Welcome to the channel if you are new as well. Gotta go, G. That's not a problem. You have a great day, my brother. It's always good to hear from you. Cheers for the match reactions from you and Sharma. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We do it. I do this as well to take the emotional accountability out of things. Otherwise, I'll just be a pain in the ass all day for my partner, for my family, whatever. So you guys help me just as much as I help you. Perisic's pass was even better. It was mint. Perisic also probably best game so far. He had a good game, bro. There was nothing faulting him today. Even when we were poor in the first half, he wasn't poor. Hope we pick up form in the December-February period. Yep, as I said, crucial times. Emiliano says we need to improve fast or we are getting knocked out of the Champions League. Facts. Cheers from Honduras. Oh, that makes me smile, bro. Peace and love to you and all your friends and family in Honduras. I'm just happy we managed to grind it. Yeah, the day will be a lot easier now, man. I'm happy to go to the shops, go for a walk around, enjoy the fresh air. I usually go into my shell if we get a bad result, man. No one was breaking up the Sassuolo attacks in the first half. Barella is a little bit lazy in defense. Barella was getting quite lazy in defense, but the thing is he's not lazy in defense all the time. Last season, he was an absolute beast tracking back. He has been decent tracking back here today. So it's not just me, it's everyone in the world saying this. This guy looks exhausted, man. Exhausted. Maybe let him sit out training a couple of days in a row or something. I don't know, man. But when you see him not running back defensively after 20 minutes, he's more hungry than that by nature. I don't know. It doesn't add up. We need to rotate the midfielders. Yes. So our biggest problem here at the moment is you've got Eriksen, who obviously is unavailable. Sensi, who is obviously injured more often than not and can't be relied on to start anyway, even if he was fit, because he's so out of touch technically with the rest of the side. Hakan, we all know what his capabilities are, and now the dust has settled on the free transfer and making fun of Milan, we pretty much just know it's going to be more inconsistent than it's consistent. We've got three of our technical players that are usually used to advance the ball forward and try and break down the opposition, virtually unavailable. Virtually unavailable. This needs to be fixed in January. It's the only thing that needs to happen in January. We don't need to do anything in January because, let's face it, we are shackled financially. Marotta and Ozilio did a good enough job in the offseason building a squad that can make top four this season. And I stress that, making top four this season. Like, guys, if we're not in a Scudetto race by match day 36, 37, it is what it is. Let's just keep advancing through this season. And I'm not hanging up on that chance. We can still win this title this season. But, and I said this, I think last week as well, This seems like the season where with 4 or 5 games to go, you can still come first or you can still come fifth. And that scares the shit out of me. It really does. Still 50 people here. So that makes me really happy. Thank you very much, guys. Brozovic and Barella are extremely tired. Extremely tired. Milan fans were right about Hakan. Hey, man, let's not go there Sub-Zero. But thanks for coming in as always, bro. Oak always coming in strong as well. Inzaghi needs to rotate the players heavily. Dumfries was bad today. He was not good today at all. On the offensive end, he looked a little bit lively. Touches were a little bit Hakimi-esque, to be honest. Not in a good way either. Hakan is struggling to adapt to his new role and system. Yep, he also seems a little bit switched off on his best day. The back three needs to be rotated. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, your rotational options there are Di Marco at left centre-back, Kolarov at left centre-back, Ranocchia to lead the trio. Can play on the right of the three. I wouldn't want to see him do that to lead the trio. D'Ambrosio at right centre-back, potentially Damian as well. I think there's a couple of rumors picking up that we're going to go in for a centre-back in January, but I will talk about that on another video. Bastoni is nothing like last season. He's missing a big tactical element of his game that came with linking up with Lukaku and Lukaku carrying that left side forward and pushing defenders forward and just basically relieving the pressure. Also, our playing out from the back under Conte was almost PlayStation-like. It was PlayStation-like. You could almost textbook it. He's adjusting as well, bro. He's adjusting. Give Bastos some time, but you reevaluate these things at the end of the season. Bastoni deserves our trust. He deserves our trust, and I'm not ready to throw him under the bus yet, but he does need to pick it up. After that 7-0 under Mazzari, Sassuolo is our bogey team. They were our bogey team until Conte rolled around. BC, before Conte. Conte put them in their place pretty quickly. It was great to see. Yeah, possibly. Thanks to the 49 people that are still here. Franco says, Dzeko, Vecino, Di Marco, Dumfries, very bad starters, but when they take the field from the bench, they are brilliant. Yep, it's pretty much the case with most of our players this season, man. Realistic options for January transfer. Realistically, man, we're not going to go for anybody up top. The attack's sorted. We've committed to Correa. We've committed to everything up there. And we've still got the rotational options there. For midfield, you need a technical player or someone that can get in between the lines and make a couple of nice little passes, drag a couple of defenders, break it up a little bit. A lot of people say Donny van de Beek from Manchester United. This is not the technically forward advancing midfielder that you're looking for. This is not really what we want. You want more of a Luis Alberto starter player, an Eriksen Sensi style player. I mean, it's that fucking obvious, man. For fuck's sake. But Van de Beek is a decent option because you'll play him more than you won't. I know that we will, because he's still got those touches and he's still got that ability on the ball and ability to read where defenders are in midfield a lot better than some of our bench options. I wouldn't mind the loan, but don't expect him to come in and be someone that's going to connect midfield to attack and all of a sudden break this all up like an Eriksen Sensi would. Ahmed says, yeah, Barella needs a rest ASAP. Same with the, yep, 100%, 100%. Guys, I'm going to skip over some of the comments that repeat some of the context. But thank you so much. It's been 30 minutes since we have gone live, and we've still got 50 people here. Big up all yourselves. I'm really enjoying it this morning. Good half for which, yes, we will sleep well. We will sleep well. Put the 3 points in your pocket and pray the break goes well. Well said, man. Can't bear to watch Lautaro penalty. Bro, I didn't watch it either. I did not watch it either, man. And I usually watch every penalty, bro. But like after Lukaku intro, we were spoiled. Did he ever miss a penalty for us at Inter? I feel like I thought he missed one really early on, maybe in a trial match, in a preseason fixture. Let me know if I'm wrong. Or did Lukaku convert 100% of the penalties from his time at Inter? All right, we go again. What's going on, Alan? Good to see you here. It's now clear that the combination... Yep, I had to read that a little bit myself for a little bit. Well said. 22 goals in 7 Serie A games. Yes, it is impressive. It is impressive. Well said. And because of that, let me actually look at the table. I'm using a different browser, so I actually can't share my tab at the moment. So sorry, guys, for the lack of visuals in this match reaction, but just bear with me. Yeah, 22 goals scored, 8 goals against, though. 8 goals against when you look at Napoli and Milan, and it's conceding 2 and 3 goals each. I think we can improve a little bit there. I'm just really happy we got the 3 points today, guys, because you know who won the Turin derby. And for fuck's sake, Torino haven't won a Turin derby in, I think, 20 games. Or I think they've won 1 in 30. How pathetic is that? That's probably the most pathetic high-profile derby in world football. They made it out to the 86th minute and let Locasmelli score. Incredibile. Ahmed, different Ahmed. What's going on, bro? Sanchez just posted a story on Insta of a Lambo covered in sand with the text, "Realize you can be worth a lot, but if you're in the wrong place, you won't shine." Interesting. Why do people need to rock the boat like that? Why? The second half was class from us. Yes, it was. Respect on Perisic making a full-blown run in the 90th minute. Yep, fantastic there. Great physicality. Straight up, the only reason Barella will be captain is because... Oh, I just lost that comment. There's so many comments still, guys. Sorry. Is because... Yeah. The only reason Barella will be captain is because he is captain. The best option is Skriniar. I don't get it, man. Sorry. Indra says, Lautaro tried too cute at times, should be more egotistic. I think he's quite egotistical, man. Quite egotistical. I think he's actually dropped some of his ego in the last year or two. I mean, he kind of had to, but you all saw what he was like when he walked off and Conte tried to put him in his place last season. Yeah, Barella doesn't have captain traits for me. Like 100%. Most people agree. And I'm one of Barella's biggest fans. And I'll say right now, it is way too early to give this guy an armband. It would almost be a mistake to give him the armband. Perisic is a proven winner. That's why, yep, 100%. John says we miss a lot of chances. Just wait until we become more clinical. I hope so. I really, really hope so, man. I have a feeling we might lose Skriniar or Bastoni next year. You can tell by my face I am ready to lose any player, man. It would be gut-wrenching to lose the likes of Barella, Bastoni, or Skriniar, but you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready for it. For me, I really think that if Lautaro has a good season, we might have to look to sell, only still because of our financial situation and how much revenue we still need to raise and how easy it would be to replace. But we're looking at a full rotation of strikers in about 1 year, 18 months. Believe that. Dzeko, Sanchez, Lautaro, all 3 of them probably won't be here in max 2 years. Max 2 years. So they're on borrowed time here. Don't worry about that. With his play style, De Vrij can still complete at the highest level at 35, no doubt. That's well said as well. These days, defenders and deep lying players can play a lot older than they used to. Sell Lautaro, bring in Vlahovic. I think we're actually looking at Raspadori, man. Raspadori wasn't that good today, to be honest, but I knew he wouldn't be good. He likes Inter a lot. He loves Inter. He's an Interista. He bombed out on purpose today. I actually believe that to an extent that he was not giving 100% today. There was a couple of times where he could have made some sprints for the ball or put a little bit more pressure. He did not look down like a clown at all, man. Only sell De Vrij if we can guarantee Ginter. He's one of the names that we're being linked with, and he would be a very, very good addition to Inter, to be honest. Inter, it would just work. Barella has been going forward more than last season too, so it only makes sense to see his defensive work suffers. Well said. Benjamin says we'll get outbid for Vlahovic, yet you can almost guarantee that Premier League clubs are coming in the background. Also, if you read a couple of the Bayern Munich fan forums, which I do, they're saying that Vlahovic is the Lewandowski heir, possibly. But a lot of their fans are saying that he needs to prove himself at another club before Bayern. How's that for bloody high standards? How's that for high standards? Vlahovic playing the way he is at Fiorentina and Bayern fans saying he can come here maybe in 2-3 years after he does it again somewhere else. Straight up. Vidal is the best midfielder after Barella and Brozo. Yeah, well, at the moment, yeah. Nick Knox, what's going on? Good to see you here again, man. I don't see Scudetto this season unless Milan and Napoli drop off. Facts, that's objective and subjective at the same time. I think with the financial problems, Marotta will accept an offer of 40 to 50 million for De Vrij, and he'll sign Matthias Ginter for free from Gladbach. It's good business. It's good business. Losing De Vrij would suck, but look at all the news still about Suning. It's all going to come down to whether Suning sells soon. And they're going to have to sell soon because we're defaulting on shitloads of money here, man. Shitloads. We're losing heaps every single month. We're still way out in debt. We're going to default on another loan in about a year's time. I've eased up on that because it's gotten so bad for Evergrande and Suning and Jiangsu that I actually think they're going to sell, bro. They have no choice because at the moment, there's actually not much more damage they can do to Inter besides sell three more players that we really want to stay. Other than that, if they go into liquidation, someone else will just take over Inter. It's gotten to the point where they have run us so deep into this financial shit that now, if they were to run us that one step deeper, it's almost like we're falling off a cliff and we just grab them and goes, oh, well, bro, if we're going to die, you might as well come down with us. I'll take you to hell. Dead set. What an absolute joke it's become. Vidal is sometimes our best midfielder, better than Barella and Brozo. He's our only midfielder who can handle multiple positions. Yep, fair call, fair call. Zed, what's going on? Thanks for joining again. Dzeko is really shutting me up. I didn't expect him to gel this well. He is doing quite well. Thank you for your support, guys. Thanks very much for sticking around. There's 47 people, and it's been like this for the whole stream. It's been a fantastic stream, and I'm going to keep it going a fair bit longer for you guys because you deserve it. What's going on, Christian Kivu? What an absolute pleasure it is to be joined by a treble winner on my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. I don't think anyone would buy De Vrij for 40, 50 million euros. He's 30 with 1 year left on his contract. Don't underestimate an English Premier League side or a Bayern Munich or a PSG coming in with that sort of money, though. Inter Worldwide is going to be streaming on Twitch, so go and join Don Sama on Twitch if you want to see him lose at FIFA. I actually think he's really good at FIFA because he plays for like 8 hours a night. So he's actually pretty good. He probably won't lose. I hope not. We need to maintain some integrity up in here. Is Bremer from Torino a real option? I think so. He's the other option that we are being linked at besides Ginter. The thing is, I just don't see it happening this season, Julian, because we're going to have to stick with our rotational options. D'Ambrosio, Ranocchia, Kolarov, De Vrij, Di Marco. We've got rotational options for centre-back. Maybe not as good as Ginter, but if we take the initiative and sign one of those two players, I'll be very happy. That's real take initiative. I just don't think we've got the financial capacity to add another wage on our book unless we rotate and get some players out. It's not where the club is at the moment. Indra says in January we should expect Suning sold. Yes, or at least a solid rumor or something. Yeah, 100%. It's got to happen. We really need a fourth rotating defender. Yep, Lukaku never missed a penalty for Inter. Far out, 13 for 13. Unbelievable. Do you remember that we were interested in Giroud? We're so lucky Milan took Giroud instead of Dzeko. I'm not hating on Giroud, man. He's quality. Both Giroud and Dzeko were both very, very good experienced options for both sides this season. Very low cost, very effective in terms of their cost value. Eden is 35. We can't expect a lot, and he's bringing more than expected. Facts at that age, this is what he needs to get. Morale, big matches, and coming in to help us. Well done. Well said, bro. The Turin derby is not a derby. That shirt is the best visual. Thanks, man. I don't mind it. It grew on me pretty quickly. No sponsor, bro. No sponsor. That's what makes it nice, bro. That's what makes it nice. Karim's in the house as well. Today's subs showed how important experience is to this team. All the players that came in were experienced besides Di Marco, and he was good too. Facts, yeah. Everyone coming off the bench has been doing their thing really, really well this season. I hope Arabs buy Inter. Yeah, bro, give me some of that oil money. Please give me some of that oil money, man. If a PIF fund comes along and just basically absorbs all our debt and this Saudi guy comes out and goes, I want to build Inter. But who would want to do that, guys? There's no money in Italy. There's no money in Serie A. Let's just say objectively for a second, we're businessmen. I'm a businessman. I'm just going to pick someone from random. Look, Uncle Sharma's right here. Let's say this. Say Sharma and I are businessmen and we have no ties to Italian football. We don't support Inter whatsoever. We don't support Italian football whatsoever. If you're worth, say, $500 billion, are you really going to come in and put $1 billion of it down for Inter or 700 million of it down for Inter? Where is the growth in a league that doesn't allow you to build your own stadium unless you basically run through years and years and years of groveling and begging to the mayor, to the council? There's a reason Serie A is below production in quality of almost, it's on the level of the Dutch league and the French league. This league is horribly run. It's so bad. Even if we were Inter fans, why would you go and invest in them? You know? Juve don't have as many financial issues as us, but they got financial issues. And trust me, not many people would want to buy into that club. And their name is bigger than ours. Facts. Italian league and investment, man, not a match made in heaven at the moment whatsoever. People want to invest their money. Put it this way, man, people would see the value in investing in a Premier League club that finishes in the bottom half of the table, 3 to 5 times more profitable than Inter. It is interesting to say this, though, because the PIF fund that is interested in Inter, or the rumors say, initially they've been in the mix for Newcastle United for a long time, but that's a whole new headline soon. So watch this space, guys. If that happens, it happens, but I can't stay optimistic for that. So yeah, come on the Saudis, buy us out. Forza the Saudis. And Forza people like Indro Hari, Uncle Sharma, everybody else in the chat, Ben, Matteo, Ahmed, Smiley, just going through everyone, Huyan, Kivu, Zed, Alan, everybody, man. Everybody that's been here today, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to stick around a little bit longer as long as you guys keep pumping a few questions in, because there's still 50 people here. And because, Inter Worldwide's going live on Twitch soon, I think I have to kind of call it anyway, which is going to be really, really convenient and good for me. It's a beautiful Sunday. I am jacked. I am feeling more and more jacked as this day goes. Get that oil money, and we're getting Haaland. Maybe if we get that oil money, we just, keep our players and get a few good investments in there, man. I'm not really keen on, the Lukaku thing was fantastic, and I hope this is not a trend for the future. I don't want to be spending 60, 70, 80 million. People will argue that's what we need to spend. Maybe a bubble has a bubble has not burst. I was about to say, because of COVID and everything, a bubble has burst. And then you look at some of the fees that were paid. One thing is for sure, though, the trend is going to start, you'll see more players dragging out their contracts. That's something we know for sure. You see more players dragging out their contracts. Hopefully that trend means that the fees offered by clubs from club to club are not too large. That Prince of Saudi likes Inter. Have you read his interview? Yeah. I've read the interview. See, I can never get my hopes up about stuff like this. I hate reading optimistic stuff like that. Nobody wants to talk about Dzeko. He's the first player to score 6 in the first 7 games since Ronaldo. Wow. Nobody wants to talk about Dzeko. He is the first player to score 6 in his first 7 games since Ronaldo. Very well done. Very, very well done. Prince doesn't care about investing, just his name being cheered, possibly, man. But trust me, bro, money talks. Money talks. Maybe the Saudis should buy Serie A and move it out of Italy. Yeah, maybe they should buy Serie A and buy us, Agnelli Ting. Let's do that. Let's dominate in a very illegitimate way for a while. Sub-Zero says 50 million for De Vrij is not an overpriced. EPL clubs are spending 50 mil for players like Ben White. Facts. Indra Hari says, Draghi have a policy to cut the red tape of Italy. I have no idea, bro. I'll have to look up. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I have not looked into that for a while. Nick Knox says, I won't make another oil joke if we get those Saudis here. Inject us with that money. 100%, man. Indra says Saudis and MBS didn't want profit. Saudis want sport washing and improve their image, especially in the West world. Qatar do with it. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And there's not going to be as much profit in a club like Inter or Juve or Milan or anything in Italy compared to the Premier League. They want profit, man. Trust me. I know they want to improve their image globally, and the best way to do that is to go into the Premier League. It is to go into the Premier League. I mean, hats off to them if they want to invest here. The Saudi guy must be at least a little bit of a fan, a little bit of a Zhang fan. But I'm hoping that if we can get an investment or sell the club, then we'll also be positively financially impacted by some other investments. Maybe the whole Interspac movement under Carlo Cattarelli gains a little bit more momentum. Maybe a couple of other shareholders want to buy back in once Suning leaves and once the ship is stable. So just being able to get rid of Suning and hold on to Barella, Bastoni, Skriniar, and a couple of others, maybe not even a couple of others, just holding on to the 3 or 4 important players that we have, it's fine. But honestly, there are going to be holes this season. And I'm so happy that everybody joined me today, because it's gone from how are we going to talk about a pessimistic performance to, wow, we've still got this win today. Everyone should be happy. And that's fantastic. That's why I did this stream. But we're just going to have to, and we'll talk about it during international break, guys. We need to fix this. We need to fix this, man. We can't keep going into first half playing like this. We really can't. Zed says, cheers, Anthony, for our favorite post-patch reaction. No, that's all good, bro. Thank you for joining me. I can't do it without you. Kibu says, do you think we'll manage to renew Brozovic? Seems like there is some competition like clubs like PSG. Let's get one thing straight right here. How many times do we keep hearing about these renewals for Brozovic, Barella, Bastoni. How many times do we keep hearing about this? We hear it a lot. Has anything actually happened yet? If we had the wage space to do it, we would have renewed by now. We're still scrambling. We are still scrambling. I have no doubt you put a contract renewal in front of any of our players, they sign it. We're not making that move yet. We are not forcing those moves yet. We are being tight and we are being Suning. Just Suning things. Honestly, man, this shit is not going to improve. The efficiency is not going to improve until they are out. They don't have any money to work with. Zero. Marvel says Inzaghi should try to adapt the formation for the players that he has. If the government gets in and puts the red carpet to Saudi money, it can change a lot. Yeah, fair enough. There's still a bunch of fans out there, guys, that believe that in about a year and a half to 2 years' time, the Chinese will ease its restrictions and Suning will just go all in again on us. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with China investment, man. How inconsistent is China investment? If Suning can sell this club in the next 3 to 6 months or by the end of the season, they'll leave here essentially with a Scudetto and still with a good squad left over. I'll completely forgive the Lukaku sale. I already kind of have. I can forgive the Hakimi sale because I didn't expect the Hakimi signing. I did not expect that signing to begin with. I can forgive that if they walk out of here and get a good buyer, because they'll walk out of here with a Scudetto and they have drained us. They really have drained us. But we'll still be in a strong position where we can come back and compete over the next 5 years unless we completely screw things up. So let's just do it. Exactly what Ben said. Suning has no money. They have none. Zero to invest with us. Zero. They need to sell, man. They need to sell. What players do we need to compete in the Champions League? We've got a decent squad, but we just need higher quality players and hungrier players, in my opinion. I'm not really going to go into what we need there because we're not really going to buy players that level up from the current players that we have. We're looking for players that can fit into our tactical system, that can withstand domestic fixtures, that can keep Inter competitive. We're not going out of our way to make signings that, this is a great point. Don't forget the Super League. It's not over yet. So, yep, could be a big reason why Suning is still holding out. I heard someone that Inter are planning multiple moves in January. Anything true about this? I have not really heard that, and I'll see it when I believe it, bro. Looking at our financial statements and whatnot, and our state, it really doesn't suggest that we're going to go there. So yeah, let me just have a look at 1 sec, please, guys. Make sure I haven't missed anything. 11:30. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Make sure in about 18 minutes' time you join Inter Worldwide on Twitch for some FIFA 22. I'm going to jump off in about 5 minutes then. 5 minutes. So I'll stick around for 5 more minutes, guys. Drop a few things that you want to discuss. Drop a few things that you'd like to discuss just before I leave. A guy just won 50K playing on Inter. He'll probably build an Eden statue. Yep, fair enough. Guys, if you're still one of the 46 people here right now, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. This was one hell of a stream to kickstart my Sunday. It was one hell of a stream to go into an international break. Seeing that there's still 50 people here right now is really, really good. So please share it. Do me that favor. Like the video. And it really means a lot. There's no reason why this video shouldn't get about 40, 50 likes. That should be good. Thank you so much once again. Not sure if this was talked about because I joined in late, but Honda. Yeah, so with the Honda situation, we already discussed that, man. But basically, I said with another referee, it could have been worse. VAR could have intervened. Like, everything's so open to interpretation in Serie A and Italy. Like, even with just the slightest contact, they might see that as a reason to give it. Boo. Hamza, salam alaikum, brother. If the Saudis buy Inter, it means they will dominate Serie A. If other clubs don't step up financially, 100%. But let's just wait till something really good like that happens because, yeah, you just get burned when you hope for people. No worries, guys. Please exit because it's not going to get much more interesting from here. I'll talk to you later, Ben. Thanks for joining me, my brother. Thank you so much. And thank you to Christian Kivu. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. It's really good to get the 3 points. It's really, really good knowing that we're going to go into the next match day playing 7 games. We've won 5. We've won 5 and we've drawn 2. We're still undefeated in the league. We've won 3 out of our last 5. The points that we've dropped this season, they're not horrible points to drop. So I guess you can still take a lot more positives. Probably the biggest positive is that we scored 22 goals. We're the leading scorer in the league by 6 goals. That's something. That's something. You know what? Drop in the comments here. Atalanta versus Milan. Obviously, we'll be cheering for an Atalanta result. An Atalanta 3 points would be fantastic. A draw would be good as well. How do you guys think that's going to go? How do you think that game will go? Atalanta versus Milan. Drop your predictions below and also drop your man of the match in there as well. Predictions for Atalanta, Milan, and man of the match, and I'll head off straight after that. Barcelona lost again, and Suarez scored. Can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up. 45 people still here. Thank you so much. Atalanta will beat Milan. Ooh, big words, big words, big words. Big words. Nick Knox says Milan will probably win 2-1. That's my prediction as well. 2-1. Jamie win for Milan, and all their fans basically start tattooing the Scudetto on their chest because that's what Milan fans do. Atalanta 2, Milan 2. Got some 2-2s. Atalanta will dominate Milan physically. Yeah, I think that will be the case as well. But Milan, that can probably hit them on the break with some nice Diaz, Leao link-ups. Teams seem to fold versus Milan. Yep, 100%. 100%. Milan winning at Atalanta lost Gosens. Yeah, he's out, so it is going to be tough for them as well. Milan will win. Yeah, I'm predicting a Milan win as well, guys. All right, I was going to do player ratings today, but I think I'm just going to skip out on that one, to be honest. So I'll just verbally say them. Handanovic for me gets a 7.5. That's a great performance from the captain. 7.5 for Handanovic. Bastoni gets a 4.5. I can't believe I'm giving it someone under a 5 when we've won a game. Bastoni gets a 4.5. Complete lack of focus, complete lack of application as well on and off the ball. Stefan de Vrij gets a 5. And 5.5, maybe, not even. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it. His passing was so bad. Skriniar gets a 5.5. He gives away the penalty. He'll still have better defenders of the back three today, but still wasn't good. 5.5, absolute tops. Denzel Dumfries gets a 4.5 from me. Completely ineffective offensively, bad in the defense as well. I feel bad giving players under a 5, though, because we won. So, but it all depends on your subjective metric for player ratings. Maybe all these players should be getting a 5 minimum if we do win the game, but that just depends on how you see it. Midfield-wise, Barella, poor today, 5, 5.5. 5.5 only because he still looks like he's trying to make things happen offensively, but nothing special. 5, 5.5. Brozovic, 5.5 as well. Didn't look good defensively as well. On the ball, sluggish. Hakan, 4. Yeah, worst of the lot, 4, 4.5 today. Who am I forgetting? Let's go to Perisic, gets a 6.5. 6.5 from me. Actually, let's go a 7. 7 for me because Perisic's assist was the game-changing assist. And yeah, Perisic gets a 7. I'm happy to give him that. Up top, Lautaro, 6. 6.5 for me. Thanks for the penalty, but a little bit ineffective as well. Probably 6 is better, not a 6.5. 6 for Lautaro. 7 for Edin Dzeko for his performance after coming on. I would give him higher, but he didn't really play the minutes to get a higher rating. But you know what? Maybe 7.5. I'm not going to do the bench. Might as well do the bench players. No, I'll only do the bench players that actually did something when they came on. I think Vidal gets a good 6.5, 7 for the minutes that he puts in. That was really, really good from Vidal today once again. I'm really, really impressed. Man of the match for me is Ivan Perisic, followed closely by Edin Dzeko and possibly Samir Handanovic as well. So he even went the right way for the penalty. That's his strength. That is his strength. Guys, that's going to be it from me. What a glorious 53 minutes. That was a fantastic stream. I'm really happy that we did this stream. Make sure you like the video before you leave. Stick around on Inter Worldwide while they go live on Twitch to play some FIFA 22. I'll probably play some FIFA 22 myself today. Not live in front of all of you because that would just be embarrassing. Guys, Forza Inter, badge on the chest, shows you're the best. Campioni d'Italia and winners away to Sassuolo. Thank you so much. Ciao ragazzi.